Hi, I'm Iliza Shlesinger, comedian, fitness influencer, and this is Good Moves with Well+Good. Today, I'm with my favorite Pilates trainer, my only Pilates trainer, my only trainer, Iliza Shlesinger. I trust her with my body and my moves and my life, and we're at her studio, Avenir, LA, and we're gonna be doing a prenatal Pilates workout. I hope this is prenatal, otherwise I'm very bloated from lunch. And she's in a tiny jacket. I started doing Pilates after my first baby, which is weird to say first baby. And then we decided to have a second baby. So I think we kind of did the same practice. And then when it gets to a place where it could be unsafe to be laying on my back, you just modified it a little bit. We can still do all the arm stuff. Unfortunately, we can still do all of the standing series. Yeah. You can still work your butt, work your legs.
We just lowered resistance, so as she got bigger, our resistance got less.
Knowing what works for you, what you're uncomfortable with, what you don't feel safe with, and even after I had the baby, there were things I didn't feel safe doing because your body changes.
Yes.
And having an instructor that actually hears that and knows how to make those adjustments. So when I find that instructor, I'll let you know. No, it's you! Remember the episode of Sex and the City where Charlotte got pregnant and she was afraid to keep running, the good Sex and the City? She was afraid to keep running and the doctor was like, well, you were already a runner before. I was already doing Pilates before. Yeah. Whatever your exercise is, keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
Your bodies are made to move. Western medicine would have you believe that like you should just sit there eating. You can do that too, but like move your body, get that blood flow, and give that baby a healthy heart. And I feel like I look taller.
Yeah. You grow in inches. The more length you find in your spine, the taller you are. And we're only as young as our spine, right?
Is that, yeah, that
it's
feels
actually
right.
true. Yeah.
So I am a 57-year-old Jewish man.
All right, let's get started. We're gonna do our favorite. We're gonna start seated on a short box.
And is this an advanced workout today?
Yes.
Is this an advanced?
I would say it's more advanced than your average Pilates class, especially this far along, which we are in our last and final.
We're in the last push,
yeah.
And you've been my instructor for, because obviously you can't start working out right after you have a baby.
I mean, she pretty much did.
Yeah.
But it's really good. It's good post-baby, that's when we started, and we started with mat Pilates actually, and that's what I recommend the most.
Which is actually harder.
Way harder.
So.
You don't have all the pretty springs and ropes and fun exercises to do. On the mat, it's very tedious. So she started with that, and then graduated to buying her own reformer, yeah?
Yeah, I did it for a while on the mat to prove to myself that like it wasn't just a fad. And then after 8 months, 7 months of doing it on the mat,
about 7 months,
I was like, I feel like I've mastered this. Let's
she
get
has
a reformer.
Awareness of form. Once you get that awareness of form, she came back to this, and then she told me I was pregnant, or she was
pregnant.
At the same time, it feels like that's a journey together. She told me she was pregnant, and we started prenatal Pilates, and here we are, doing the same thing.
So birth is gonna be as easy as this class.
Yeah, pretty much. We're gonna do for that.
What is
We're gonna
this?
flatten our feet out, all right? So drop your feet down, reach your arms all the way forward. We're gonna start with just shoulder rolls. Roll your shoulders up, out, and down. We wanna wake up our lats a little bit here. Good, on this last one, just go ahead and drop it down. Take an inhale for me. Exhale, squeeze the ball, squeeze the ring. Squeeze everything in, knees included. Squeeze, 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 hard as you can, hold that. For 3, for 2, and release on the 1. We're just waking up her pelvic floor to start. And again, inhale. Exhale, squeeze everything tight. We want to get those knees to touch. You want to act like you're breaking a nut in between those
tell you what,
legs.
when you have a baby, you're gonna wake up your pelvic floor, whether it was asleep or not. It is
and
getting
release.
up.
Do it 2 more times. Here we go, big breath with it. We do this at the top as well to get into her breath pattern, to make sure it's syncopated with the baby. And release. Last one here. Squeeze. We're gonna hold this squeeze now. She's gonna bring that ball overhead and bring it right back forward. Do this a bunch of times. You can pace it up if you need to. She likes to go pretty fast.
I like to get it over with and go eat.
So I have to tell her to slow down often, okay? Lift your chin up a little bit higher. Good. And now we have to be careful. We don't want to do any flexion, especially after the first trimester. So we don't do any classic ab crunches or shortening of the breath because that would cut circulation to the baby. So we keep it real easy here. I do add a little bit of a lean back. Right from here, she's gonna keep those arms up, slightly lean back, flat back, and come right back up. I just do that just to get in even deeper into her pelvic floor. She's also super advanced and was doing this prior to her pregnancy. So if you didn't do it prior to your pregnancy, you have to wait till after. But she's been doing it.
It is a crazy feeling to like have abdominal muscles and then one day they're just like, we're taking a vacation. And like just getting up is like a whole production.
Yeah.
You're like a beached walrus.
And you actually shouldn't get up like that. Remember we talked about
You shouldn't get up at
You
all.
want to roll and then stand up like roly-poly.
No, you should just
feel.
be laying down for the last 2 months and people can bring you grapes.
That sounds nice. The indigestion is real. The burping is real. Hold this next one down. You just got to deal. Stand out of the way. Hold the next one right there. Drop the shoulders, okay? Good. Bring those arms forward and down. Last set for 8, 7, 6. She's going to stay back there. She's going to keep her shoulders nice and still. For 3. Good. 2. And last one. Good. We're going to keep the ring right there. I'm going to grab the ball from you. Woo. Good. We're going to stand on up. Put the heels up against that box. We're going into our chair pose.
You love standing.
I do love standing. And I like it better for circulation for the baby. Go ahead and stand on up.
Yep.
She's got it. If this is too much with the prop that's super advanced, take it out. She's gonna pop up a little bit higher. I never want her glutes lower than her knees here. Pressure, weight, we don't need it. Swing those arms back and start to pulse. Now, normally she does this with 2-pound hand weights, wrist weights, or even 5-pound weights.
And one in my mouth. But not today.
We're gonna add a pulse to this. We pulse the legs down and press, down and press. Good, keep squeezing that ring. Again, finding that pelvic floor for 4.
I found
We've
it.
got 3, we've got 2. We hold right there. We reach our left arm, then right, then
I
left.
call this the Sasquatch. Like I
She
feel like
loves
that's
this.
how you always see him like, ooh.
She's got many names for things.
Yeah.
Back and reach. Our own dictionary, honestly.
Yeah.
Keep the shoulder blades out of those ears, right? We want to really keep the neck long, especially when we get bigger. Our shoulders roll forward to compensate that weight. So we do a lot of frontal body openings and a lot of leg work, and
like-
so we can really
yeah.
focus on. We're in
Do you have boobs? Do you have a phone? Then your shoulders are rolled forward.
That's honestly the truth.
Story.
4, 3, good. 2. And on this last one, reach those arms back. We're gonna go ahead and sit down for 8, 7, sit down for 6. You're gonna sit in 5, 4, 3, sit all the way down on the box, 2 and 1. Good. We're gonna straddle the box to the right. So go ahead and swing that right leg around, sit facing towards the right. There we go.
That always feels like when you take like a sexy dance class as a mom, you're just like,
There we go. We're gonna give her the rope here. She's gonna actually stand up. Be careful with this. Wouldn't recommend this far along unless you're really advanced in Pilates. Go ahead and stand on up.
going. Take some mental prep.
She's got to really make sure that her legs are turned on. If she's up there loose, she can fall. I trust her most of the time with her balance. It's usually there. That's never her issue. We're going to go to the short loop, okay? Again, she likes a lot of resistance. We're going to stay really low. We're going to reach those arms up and bend and extend.
We can just cut away from this anytime
Yep.
and pretend that we did the whole thing.
Great, we're gonna think about these knees tracking over her second toes. So she's gonna press her knees back. Good, and you can see she's really good at keeping a nice long spine, even with the baby, very impressed. She keeps her shoulders stacked over her hips this entire time. Another thing here too is we wanna create lots of room. I always say the apartment for the baby. So we wanna make sure there's tons of room here in the ribs. So she's gonna keep lifting up through the chest.
It's a New York apartment. There's no room. The kitchen is in the bathroom.
That is very much
The stomach is in the bladder.
She's gonna keep her elbow really still. So we just want this to be movement at the elbow, extending, flexion, and extension at the elbow joint.
And if you want to zoom in on that muscle, just to show that I got it like
Look at her
that,
biceps though, they're rocked.
that works for me.
3 more. Good for 2. On this last one, we're gonna hold where it hurts. I'm gonna have her lift her heels because she's got good balance. Lift your heels up for 8. For 7, she's gonna maintain stillness through the rest of the body. Stabilization
I'm
everywhere
counting.
else. This is just her heels. This is where we get like the snap, crackle, pops in there.
That was 1. That was 8.
Okay, hold the heels up then.
Okay, well,
We argue a lot. Pulse down. We've got 8, 7, 6. You've got it. 5. Yeah, keep that arm out. I like it. 3. She's gonna sit in 2 and 1. Sit all the way down. Woo! For the next one, she can stay seated.
it's so inelegant. Like I just like fall out
I
of
know.
it. Like,
Between transitions, we should still consider body movement, but we like to just fully relax. All right. We're gonna stay right there, right where your elbow is bent. Just reach up to the sky. Option to go to a long loop. This can be harder because it's technically getting close to an overhead press, and we wanna avoid that when we're pregnant. So if this feels a little too heavy, I would say go to a longer loop and just keep it a little movement. Doesn't need to be big. It could just be up an inch and down an inch. We're gonna keep that shoulder out of the ear. Again, it's for these shoulders, for these lats, separating them from the neck. So we're getting lots of length here, right? For 3, You've got 2. Good, she stayed on the short loop, I love it. Last one, hold it here. We're gonna cross in front. I know, and out to the side. What she's gonna do here is keep her shoulders square. Now, I didn't even tell you what spring setting she's on, but she's on a blue second row. So that's, or some people like to say blue higher level, I've heard that.
High blue.
High blue, low blue.
Welcome to
I like
high
to say
blue.
second row, first row.
It's a cult, high blue.
It does feel like that. So she's actually been doing all of this on that setting. If that feels too heavy for anyone else who wants to try this workout, feel free to drop down to a yellow. She's done in 3, 2, give me 2 more.
Give me 2 more, don't embarrass me.
Good, and last one, nice. We're gonna keep that loop. We're gonna swing our leg back to the front. So go ahead and sit facing towards the front again. I'm gonna give you both loops. We're gonna go into some triceps here, a targeted area, especially when we are pregnant, behind the back of the arm that we love to keep nice and strong. Interlace those fingertips overhead. She's gonna slightly lean forward. She's gonna drop those shoulders. She's gonna bend and extend those elbows. Go. Gorgeous. She's gonna keep her body nice and still, right? That's the whole point here, is to stabilize for the rest of the body and to find movement again in that elbow, super similar to that bicep curl. You can do a million arms. We've been doing a lot of arms.
That's all you can do sometimes.
And a lot of glutes.
Yeah.
Good, keep it up. You have 4.
We should also introduce my dog. This is my dog, Tianfu. I have a reformer at home. She sits in for every single one of our workouts. Sometimes she gets on the carriage, and it just enhances the workout if you want to level up with a dog body.
Or a baby body.
A baby, sometimes my baby comes on,
Yes,
but
fully. She actually does Pilates of her own.
the dog moves a lot less. Oops, that
2
was
more.
bad.
Last one. Good, go ahead and bring those arms nice and wide. We're gonna do a classic hug a tree. Elbows are slightly bent, touch the fingertips in front, open right back up. Good, after this, we're gonna get right back into lunges to the front. On this last one, hold it flat right there. Just little lifts and lower, yes. Again, your body's gonna wanna move, your torso's gonna wanna go crazy. Keep it nice and still. Shoulders stacked over hips, sitting up tall on your sits bones, the bones in your glutes, and we're still breathing. Yeah, at any moment that you feel like your client is getting flushed or opposite breath from the baby, we wanna take a pause. She's pretty good. Sometimes I have to tell her to calm down. Pause, 'cause she'll go hard, but 3.
Sometimes I go too hard and it upsets everybody watching. They're like, she's going so hard.
She's going so hard. Look at her 2 more. Good, hold this last one. Palms up, last set. We've got 8. We're gonna serve that platter for 7. Again, keep that body still. This is the end of these arms for 6. We get to stand up in 5.
What you always want to hear is at the end. Alicia's really good about being like, you only got 3 more, we're almost done. You can almost lay down, you're basically done. It's tomorrow.
Completely lie, like a lot.
I feel like that's a key to Pilates, is being like only a little bit left and then you're out of here.
3, you're almost there. 2, keep your body
Some
still.
workouts are like, you're in hell, just live in this moment. Pilates is like, we're almost there.
Last one. Woo, good. And for some opposition, just lift your chest, let the ropes fly back, just hold it. Big release. Yeah, this feels nice. Let your head fall back. Big chest opener. Take 3 deep breaths here. Woo, good. We're gonna drop those ropes. She's actually gonna stand up into a lunge. Her left leg's gonna come forward onto the wood. Be careful, she's gonna use the foot bar to do it. I like for the safety strap to stick her foot underneath it. I don't care about her heel being on because we like to lift that heel for advancements, but if you wanna scoot your foot more forward on the platform to be safe, do it. All right, from here, she's gonna come on up. She's gonna find her arms all the way up, reaching forward. Come up a little bit higher for me. Let's start up a little bit higher, higher. Yeah, think straighter leg, that's it. Now from here, all I want her to do is tip her belly down, tailbone back. Gorgeous, right from there, you can see this beautiful diagonal line. Her legs, it's like if you cut her off here, you wouldn't even know she's pregnant. So we're gonna bend that back leg in, right
Just my
leg bends
bad
in.
attitude, the only reason you would know.
Bend
Bend the
that
right leg in.
Yeah, she's gotta focus though, so if you talk through this, I'll be very surprised, do it.
I could talk through anything.
She's gonna keep her front leg still. This requires a lot of focus. We're working the hamstring here and a lot of side glute. Since she's carrying that extra weight, this is really good for glute work, which we could, again, do all day long.
I just wanna say, you were nervous, you're like, you might wanna wear Pilates socks in case Pilates people come for you. I don't care. I'm a grown woman, pregnant, doing my own workout.
Revealed feet.
Get a life. Yeah, free feet.
Free feet.
Who's
photos.
complaining about that?
2 more. Good, on this last one, she's gonna keep it back. This is our scooter, we're gonna keep it there. Really classic, this will be fun for her. She's gonna come all the way up to standing if you can. Come all the way up, stand all the way up, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, come right back down.
Remember when she said this will be fun for her?
And come right back up. Good. Now from here, you want to watch this knee. We're keeping this 90-degree ankle. Like that knee is right over that ankle, and we're watching it just bend and extend. Super similar to that elbow in biceps and that elbow in triceps, right? Working around the joint. 2 more.
Thank God. It's so hard.
She's gonna hold this last one down here, and we're gonna do those arms again. Here we go, right arm back. Good, and she used to do this with weights, so she rocks out now and feels good about it, real light. 4, we got 3, we got 2, we got 1. Come on, all the way up. Good, we're gonna sit right back down. All right, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining me in class today, Iliza. Another good one.
That was a good workout.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't do it for me. I do it to inspire others.
Yeah, she really
That's
does
not true. I do it to feel good in my jeans.
If you want more videos like this, make sure you click and subscribe to Well+Good.
I gotta get out of here before traffic.